What's going on, YouTube? It's the Bushy Beard, and I'm back, and I'm bushier than ever. And right now, it is time for Mac Attack Mondays. I am excited for this. I was just browsing his channel, and there are a few on the front page that I had not heard before. So Complicated and Everybody. And they were relatively newly released. I say relatively new, beginning of this year. And so I figured I might as well go ahead and do this. And I'm recording these right before I go to class. I'm going somewhere to watch class online. It's my first day of college, not really, of law school. So I'm ready to finish off this year strong and become a lawyer. A lawyer. Yeah, a lawyer. Oh man, I'm ready to be done with school. Alright, let's get back to this. Everybody by Mac Miller. Also, if you haven't noticed, I do have a sponsor now. The Coldest Water is this is going to be a sponsored video. So it's a water bottle. What it does is it actually, I did some research before I accepted the sponsorship. Freaking Reviews is a review channel I sincerely approve of and go to, and he did a review on this in a hydro flask, and this was able to keep water at a colder temperature by like 14 degrees longer, and warmer also. It does, I've put it through the ringer a few times, and I've kept water in for a couple of days, and it stays cold. The third day it's more lukewarm, but it's still on the colder side than on the warmer side. Also, just as heads up, they do sell like a suction lid. Do not buy the suction lid. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've seen reviews of it, and I would say stay away from that. Otherwise, this is a perfect product. And the lid on it is just a screw lid, and it's nice. I bought this one actually from them because I like to have a bigger amount. I like to have more water with me, so I always have it throughout the day and don't have to continually like refill it. So that's why I bought the 21 ounce. But they have the 64. They have a 21, a 32, a 64, a half gallon, which I don't know if the difference between this and a half gallon is. I think this is a half gallon, and a gallon. So, and this is Stealth Black, I believe it's called. So I feel like the colorway of that is great. Down in the description there will be 2 links. The first link is to a giveaway. If you put your information in, you have a chance of winning a 21 ounce every week. And then the second one is my link. So if you want to go look around, see if there's anything, they have coffee, pillows, beds, water bottles. They have a whole lot of things on their website. You can check and look around. It really does support the channel. They claim 36 hours of cold water, which I agree with. I've seen it, I've used it, figured it out. But yeah, and use code BEARDED for 10% off your order at checkout. So yep. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into Mac Attack Mondays.
Everybody's gotta love.
Okay, I believe these are going to be off of his newest album, and so it's going to have this sound to it, which is not quite the rapper part of Mac. I'm sure they could still have some rap in it, but this is the more musical Mac. Okay, so I just got to get myself calibrated for it. All right, we're good.
Everybody's gotta love. And everybody's gonna die. Everybody just wanna have a good time. I think you know the reason why. Oh.
Okay, starting out, I absolutely love the beat of it. I love the feel of it. I like the fact that it went from kind of like super soft to more of an upbeat rock, not rocky feel, but just a more upbeat feel to it. I love the visuals, even though it's not necessarily a video. It's a pretty cool way to do things. Again, doesn't add much to it in my opinion, but still pretty cool. But so far so good. I like it. One good thing about Mac that other artists can't quite claim is it's an experience listening to it. Especially if you're listening with headphones, you get to just experience it all. And I think that's where his musical genius comes in. It's the instrument always matches like what the lyrics are saying, and the lyrics always match the instruments, and it's just like everything just comes together so perfectly. Like, I wish I didn't have to pause. I would just rather listen to the song all the way through, and I do that usually after it's done because I add them to my playlist anyways. But you can just get lost in it, and I love that when an artist has that musical ability to make the listener get lost in the music, because everything just flows perfectly. There's nothing that just like jolts you out. It's like, well, that's not necessary. If that makes any kind of sense. And I love the feel of it. It's like everybody needs love. We all need that person that we can to have in our lives. Like he said, I wish we could have our arms wrapped around you. Like it's that feeling of love that kind of just keeps people going, and I love that. I love that message. And Mac Miller has such a unique voice. It's so beautiful, so well put together. Just everything about it is fantastic, and I'm so glad that early on in my channel, Mac Miller was recommended to me because I had more ability to get to different artists at that point. And so to be able to get so ingrained in Mac Miller that the reason I continue to do them is because I love him. I love it. And that's why, even though it's only one day a week, I love this time just like listening to it.
Everybody gotta love, and everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna try to have a good time. I think you know the reason why.
And yes, everybody does die.
Stop blind man standing on the corner, baby. And he couldn't hardly tie his shoes. Yeah, harmonica and guitar strapped around his neck, but he sure could play the blues.
Again, it's like it's a crossover. He can rap really well from his earlier career. You could tell that. And now this is more like a jazz feel, like he's a jazz musician, and he excels at this as well. It's like he crosses genres so fluidly, and he's able to break those barriers and just put out fantastic music that his fans love.
Everybody's gotta love, and everybody's gonna die. Everybody's gonna try to have a good time. seen a million suns.
It's interesting. I was just looking at my phone. It pops up like music, so it hears it. I have another set of open back earphones down here, so it kind of like can hear it. It had Everybody by Mac Miller on it. I just think it's fun that my phone can do that. Let's see if it will do it. I don't know if it'll do it now, but.
Say, if you're with me, I'll never go away. That's when I stop.
Of course, now that I'm looking at it, it's not going to do it. But like when I just glanced down at it, it had Everybody by Mac Miller. I love that the Google Pixel does that. I think it just automatically does it when it's listening, which is also scary that it's always listening.
Say, if you're with me, I'll never go away. That's when I stopped and I took a look at my baby. She said, if you're with me, I won't go away. Because everybody gotta look, and everybody's gonna die.
I don't know if you, it's gonna go away now, but I don't know if y'all were able to see it, but right there it says Everybody. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Everybody's gonna try to have a good time. I think you know the reason why.
There are some inevitabilities in life. Everybody's gonna love. Everybody's gonna die. Everybody's going to live. So there's some inevitabilities in life that he touched on there, and you gotta enjoy this life while you can. Otherwise, you're just going to grow old and regret. That's all I can say. That's why I started. It's one of the reasons why I started my YouTube channel, is because I've always wanted to, and so I figured better to do it now before I grow old and regret. However, YouTube is one of those things that you can do as an older person, so maybe if it was still around at that point, I could have been doing it. So anyways, that one was good. I liked it a lot. Mac Miller is something else. He's a legend. I see it all the time in the comments section, and I agree wholeheartedly. He is a legend, and I'm glad that even though I didn't get to know him while he was alive, sorry, that was annoying me, that I get to know him through his music and through his fans. That is something I think is amazing now, is like memories will continue. If you are a musician, if you are a content creator, if you are a rapper, a poet, whatever it is, your memory would continue through your work. And if you're good enough, right? Like Mac obviously was good enough to where his music would continue on. And so I love it. We're now on to Complicated by Mac Miller.
Outside it's cloudy, but I like that better.
It's hard. I'm having a little bit, again, it says complicated, but I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing. Let me go back.
Outside it's cloudy, but I like that better. Behind the wheel, but still ain't on my way. Some people say they want to live forever. That's way too long, I'll just get through the day.
I love that line. Some people say they want to live forever. That's way too long, I just want to make it through the day. And then that line hits a little bit differently knowing what happened to Mac. But for me, I've always said 85 to 90 would be probably the time that I would want to go. That might be a little too long. I don't know. To me, there's only so much out of life you can enjoy, and I don't know again, it might change as I get older, right? Depending on how good of shape I'm in, which I need to lose weight. I need to get better and better shape, because as you get older, your quality of life depends on how healthy you are and things like that. So maybe when I'm older and if I'm healthy and I feel good, then maybe I could change my mind about how long I want to live. But I mean, there's a cap to where I want to go. I don't want to be like 110, 120. I feel like at that point, I guess, I mean, I could watch YouTube. I love YouTube. So, but at some point it's just like, what are you doing? It's a little too long sometimes, right? But I love that line. That line was really good. It hit me because I've thought about it.
That's way too long. I'll just get through the day without any complications. Does it always gotta be so complicated? When I'm way too young to be getting old, and all I wanna do is look, but I can't see, baby. Who you talking to while you're talking to me, baby? Let me know if I can see you later. We could make it easy.
Again, just his uniqueness of his voice adds so much, and what he can do to his voice with his voice adds so much to a song that it's almost a part of it. It's almost like it's another instrument. As weird as that sounds, again, sometimes my mind thinks differently, but it's just really good, and it's easy to get lost in it and forget that you're reacting to a song. But it's just, I don't know. And then on top of that, something else I don't really write or talk a lot about is his writing. His writing is fantastic. Again, everything just seems to flow as one. From the instrumental to his voice to his lyrics, everything just flows as one. And it's easy flowing, if that makes any kind of sense. And other things that I wanted to point out is sometimes I hear songs where there's like vocal effects that just seem out of place. He does a lot of vocal effects, not necessarily to make his voice sound good or to do something, but to change the vibe of right here. The or did I have to go back farther? Like that. It doesn't seem out of place. It seems right in line with everything. Again, sometimes people can put effects on it that just seem out of place, and it kind of snaps you out of that like ready to listen, or that vibe that you were in, and you're like, where did that come from? Like, that was perfect. Just small things like that, he is a master at.
Inside my head is getting pretty cluttered. I try but can't clean up.
Also, like the background, cluttered. Those are really good.
I try but can't clean up this mess I made. Before I start to think about the future, first, can I please get through a day without any complications? Does it always gotta be so complicated?
This hook is fire. I love the hook. Just get throughout with some get out without some complication. Why does it always gotta be complicated? It's so simple, but it's so like impactful because there's meaning behind it. Like there are some out there that are simple with no meaning, and you're like, that was stupid. But this has actual meaning.
When I'm way too young to be getting old.
And I just noticed that the last three are plates here are on top of each other, so it's kind of like that's the complication. This is what Mac wants, is nice, steady, linear movement, and then you have the
does it always gotta
the complications.
Does it always gotta be so complicated?
I don't know if that's what it means, but that's what I interpret it as.
When I'm way too young to be getting old.
And yes, I understand Mac is not the one who put this together, but I think he surrounded himself with talented, artistic people, and the people who probably put this out may have thought of something like that. I don't know, I don't think Mac was the type of person that didn't have creative people around him. He always was probably surrounded by them, from Thundercat to the rest of his bandmates, and Ariana Grande, when he was with her, she was very artistic, very, very sophisticated, and I've gotten into her stuff a lot lately. Absolutely wonderful. But yeah, I love this a lot. So I'm continuing on with this journey through Mac Miller because, to be honest, when I first heard him, I didn't think, and this was before I started the journey. I listened when he passed away. I listened to some of his stuff, and I was like, you know what, I'm not too sure I like all of this. And then somebody recommended a song to me, and I liked it, and I just continued on the journey and found out there are way more songs that I love than I don't. And I think this is one of the complicated, maybe one of my new favorites. My favorite is I Am Who Am, I think it's called. I just loved it, from the visuals to the lyrics were fantastic. The title is kind of iffy because it's a play on biblical terms, but I mean, I know, so I just like the song. Anyways, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, you can give it a thumbs down. It's not going to hurt me, or you can give it a thumbs up because it's not going to hurt you. If you're new, please do consider subscribing. It really does help out the channel. We're on our way to 9K, and we're getting there pretty quick. If we hit it, that means we've hit 3,000 subs in 1 month, and that mind-blowing to me. I have merch. I'm not wearing it, but link is down below. Use, I think Bushy, the code is done. I'll probably do another code soon for 15% off, but we'll see. Also 10% off using code Bearded for the coldest water. I did actually try their coffee. It's pretty good. It's flavorful. It's not, I won't say it's my favorite coffee ever. I've had some pretty good coffee in my life, and that it's good. It's not great, but it's good. Anyways, until next time, YouTube, smile like you mean it, from the Bushy Beard.